After waiting for years, fans finally got a live-action adaptation of The Last of Us, and recently, the show's writer and director Neil Druckmann answered one of their burning questions during a discussion with BuzzFeed as well. In case you're confused, Druckmann explained why he chose Pedro Pascal to play Joel over voice actor Troy Baker. Turns out, they didn't bring the famed voice actor to reprise his role from the game because he didn't need to look the part. He explained how that was the unique thing about video games. That's why the 27-year-old Ashley Johnson was able to play Ellie, a 14-year-old girl. As for Troy Baker, at the time he was a tall, skinny, blonde-haired hipster, but when he spoke and moved, he seamlessly became the role. Druckmann said that was why they couldn't cast those same people into these roles for the show, but at the same time, they were essential in bringing those characters to life. So does this mean Baker won't be appearing in the series altogether? Well, the trailer for The Last of Us back in December 2022 revealed that Baker actually would appear in the adaptation. His exact role is still unconfirmed though. Meanwhile, fans have their own speculations. They think Baker would play either David, the preacher leader of a group of cannibals Ellie encounters during the winter chapter of the game, or one of his accomplices. Others believe that Baker will be playing James, David's right-hand man.
Who's there? Come out!
Hello? We just want to talk.
Any sudden moves and I put one right between your eyes. Ditto for buddy boy over there. What do you want?
Name's David. This here's my friend James. We're from a larger group.
It makes sense since Baker arguably looks too young to play David. I'm sure whatever role he plays, the voice actor won't disappoint. Fortunately, I can say the same about Pedro Pascal, since the announcement of Pedro Pascal's casting as Joel in The Last of Us, fans have been constantly analyzing whether he'll do the character justice. When the first trailer dropped, many fans were comparing his Joel to the one from the popular game franchise. So here's a closer look at what the adaptation has retained from the games and what has changed when it comes to Joel. In both the game and series, he's obviously a central character. The series seems to have adapted his mannerisms, grubby outfit, and personality quite accurately, but we already know the adaptation isn't going to replicate everything from the game. In the premiere episode of The Last of Us, fans get to meet the single dad Joel, someone who works late and hard to provide for his daughter Sarah.
Jakarta. Where is that, Middle East?
Doesn't ring a bell. It's definitely a country. Or maybe part of Asia.
Jakarta isn't a country. Being a part of Asia isn't mutually exclusive with being a country, and in fact, it's the capital of Indonesia.
Viewers get to develop a bond with him before meeting the other protagonist, Ellie. It remains to be seen how his character will evolve on his journey forward, but based on the first episode, fans can already spot Joel's similarities and differences from the game to the show. Pascal embodies the character from the games. His appearance is spot on, with his salt and pepper hair, solemn expressions, and creased brow. The only exception is his thinner beard. This was something a few fans had complained about when The Last of Us trailer was released. His outfits are also quite accurate to the games, with similar looking flannel shirts, heavy boots, and a jacket. The creative team paid so much attention to every minor detail and ensured that Pascal recreated them in the live adaptation. Add the fact that the actor also nailed the Texan accent.
Sometimes.
What about that guy last night?
Put the gun down, Joe.
Based on the first episode, it looked like Pascal went through some language training, while Joel's appearance and accent in the live adaptation are definitely worth noting. It's his watch that wins the prize for the best and closest adaptation. It looks like it was lifted out of the game. I mean, just look at the attention placed on the details of the watch's face, and even a crack on it when Joel is seen wearing it in the post-pandemic world. The watch is an iconic memento in The Last of Us, and it adds to Joel's character development. It's great to see the series honor the character-defining accessory like that. A nice addition is when Ellie first sees Joel wearing the accessory in the series. She tells him, "Your watch is broken."
Your watch is broken.
Those are the exact words she uses in the game as well. There are so many ways the adaptation has remained a replica of the game, but that's not to say the creators of the show never deviated. Let's look at a few of the key differences in the show. In both The Last of Us game and the show, Joel is a smuggler, but he is shown to be tracking down Robert, the black market dealer, regarding a stolen weapons cache. But in the HBO series, Joel is in search of a battery for a vehicle so he could venture out and find his brother Tommy. The series is obviously taking a slightly different route to Joel's story and his smuggling job. If you're wondering what the reason behind this is,
Look, whatever it is you heard, it ain't true, okay? I just want to
The
say...
guns. You want to tell us where the guns are?
Yeah, sure, but it's complicated. All right?
it could probably be to showcase the continuing importance of family in his life after the death of his daughter Sarah. Also, dealing with weapons is frankly a lot more dangerous than looking for car batteries, which is a decision the showrunners took to perhaps factor in the character's age. To see a 56-year-old guy running around town and quickly healing after a monster fight, that's something only possible to understand in a game setting, not live adaptation. There are also the changes they made to Joel's personality. His story is what shapes his entire character. In the game, when players first meet him after the 20-year jump, he's portrayed as a heartless individual with apathy, someone who's been hardened over time due to his circumstances. However, in the series, he seems to be slightly softer with a hint of sympathy. Showing a softer side to Joel's character makes him slightly more human. The writers think it's essential to his character development over the series and what's to come. Speaking of character development, let's take a look at one of the most important supporting characters. Tessa's role is probably one of the most essential ones in The Last of Us. She appears in the premiere episode of the series as well. In the game, she's shown to be Joel's partner in crime as the duo work together on the smuggling jobs. However, it's unclear whether they're a couple or just co-workers. The HBO series, on the other hand, made their relationship more emotional and possibly intimate. Tess, played by Anna Torv, lies down next to Joel and hugs him while he sleeps in one scene. She expresses her feelings for Joel in a more open way than in the game. As for the rest of the show, more parallels and differences are likely to emerge as the series progresses. For now though, one thing is for sure, Pascal's performance as Joel is nothing short of phenomenal. His portrayal of the central character should receive the blessings of hardcore gamers. While The Last of Us has been almost unanimously declared the best video game adaptation of all time. Not a high bar to cross, but still. It also drew huge crowds for the premium television network. According to Nielsen and first-party data, the series premiere on Sunday was watched by 4.7 million people across linear and HBO Max platforms. The TV adaptation of the hit video game series The Last of Us has received universal praise from critics. The series has been described as comfortably the best adaptation of a video game ever made. They went as far as to say that it's broken the curse of gaming TV crossovers. Some will see The Last of Us as an opportunity to demonstrate how mature the games industry has become.
I know it doesn't look like it, but this here is not a bad read. Only one problem. Right there. To be continued. I hate cliffhangers.
Where did you get that?
If the TV version fails to deliver the same emotional punch as the game and has the same impact on viewers as it did on players, then it might be seen as a missed opportunity to demonstrate how gaming has matured and now rivals Hollywood's work. And if we believe the critics, they've managed to pull it off. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.